Hey guys, I'm really excited to announce that registration is now open for the Self Storage Summit. So go to theselfstoragesummit.com. So the big question is this: how are those in the self-storage industry like us going to be successful in today's market? That's the question, and this show will give you the answers. My name is Jim Ross, and welcome to the Self-Storage Show. Hey guys, good morning. How's it going? This is Henry. I'll be honest, I'm kind of dragging this morning, and my voice is a little shot. Figured I'd just kind of get on here for a minute and just say hi. It's been a busy week, so I haven't been able to do this is second LinkedIn Live, so apologize for that. But like I said, it's kind of a scheduling thing. But if I can be around at 9 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, I will. If I'm not, well, I won't. So there you go. No, last couple of days I've been in Arizona for the Arizona Self-Storage Conference, and it was a blast. It was fun. I don't do too many speaking engagements. In fact, I think it's only the second one, I think, this year. Done some tag team ones in the past, and done some other ones, kind of one off by myself, but nothing too drastic and nothing quite this big as the Arizona one, which is why I want to do it. It's kind of a challenge and kind of exciting. It was a 3-hour presentation. Thankfully, it wasn't 3 hours all at once. That would have been boring for the audience. I would have felt sorry for them. But it was an hour and a half block at one time, and then we would break, and another presenter came, then another hour and a half block, me as well, which was awesome. And then after that, we did a little Q&A with me and their Arizona attorney. So that was fun too. So I guess it was like 4 hours all said and done on stage. So yeah, I'm kind of dragging. You can hear my voice is crack. It was a lot of talking, but it was fun. Like I said, at first, it's one of those things where you just kind of make sure my phone goes down here. I didn't even really think it over, when I was asked to do it. And I think I agreed before I even knew how long it was, because it's close to home. I'm such a homebody, really. And that's kind of why I started doing this. What I do with a lot of the online stuff is pretty cool. I can just click a button and be like, boom, here you go. I'm kind of, I'm getting messages from all across the world, actually, of people tuning in and getting this information, which is awesome. But at the same time, you can't dismiss in-person events either, and conferences, and it's a totally different element. It's a different kind of thing. I mean, that's why I get some people, quite frankly, that have really been like, hey, with that summit you're putting on, you kind of pissing other people off, you're competing. Like, no, it's not competition. It's just, it's packaged another way to deliver the value and the message that you're getting across, just in a different medium. It's two different things. So with the live speaking, like, yeah, it's one thing. I'm talking to my computer screen right now, getting the message out to you, but it's a little different vibe when you actually got faces looking back at you, and see the head nods and that kind of stuff, and try to get some laughs in there once in a while. So that's always fun to, to have that kind of connection live. So anyway, long story short, did that. Basically it was kind of packaged my 30-day challenge. I know many of you have gone on in my Facebook group that I've done on and off for the last, it's about a year now, actually, that I've been doing it. And normally that was, if you're not familiar with it, the structure of it was 30-day challenge, Monday through Friday. I would go in Monday through Thursday and do just one little nugget that we would work on. Great, got it, cool. Move on to the next day. I get one little action item and work on that. Cool, next day. And it kind of built upon itself. Fridays were like an open Q&A, and that lasted a month. And fantastic, great testimonials, awesome. So I kind of packaged that up and did my best to deliver it on stage in a 3-hour time point, time chunk there. Point. Told you my brain's fried. And challenging, difficult, because it's not like I can just say, cool, let's do this. Okay, everyone, let's get that part done. We'll move on to the next one. No, I couldn't treat it like a workshop like that, even though I wish I could. That'd be pretty awesome. Just couldn't do it like that in a workshop. It was more of just giving everybody I kept referring it to as like a honey to-do list kind of a thing. Just like, this is what you have to do. This is what I'm presenting to you. Now I'm leaving it up to you to actually do it. Kind of leaving the roadmap here for you, but you got to execute. So that part, I wish there was some kind of way I could follow up to be like, hey, are you doing it? You told me you would. Are you doing it now? Because otherwise it seems like, 3 months goes by and like, oh, I'll get to it. It never happens. So hopefully it was motivating enough and that's another thing, that the people that were the managers, which was awesome. The first day at the Arizona show was definitely much more for owners, developers, that kind of thing. Fantastic. That's the message for that day. Second day was, well, that's why they had me. It was much more for operations, manager, that kind of thing. And a lot of owners brought their managers there. And that was great. I was thinking the first day, I was like a little nervous. I'm like, all right, the crowd that's here is not saying they're not my people, but it's not for the message I was trying to deliver. To kind of go on deaf ears, like they would, are not really invested in the message I was trying to get across. I'm like, oh, maybe the crowd that shows up, it's going to be a long 3 hours for them and for me. But the next day it was a total new crowd that came in. So I was really happy about that. That was a good thing. I guess I got pictures here, so I'll show you what it looked like. Cool. Thanks, Cuz, for taking this picture for me, by the way. Looks good. So yeah, it was a really cool venue. It was a casino down in Chandler, Arizona. And this is normally where they do, rock shows and just, it's like a concert hall is what it is. So very cool venue to be able to have a self-storage conference. It's probably the closest I'll ever get to sharing the stage with a rock star. And it was always as a kid, that was always my goal. I've been a drummer since I was like 4 years old. I always wanted to be a drummer. I wanted to be a rock star. I did that for a while when I was in my early 20s and moved to Portland and did the rock and roll lifestyle for a while, but yeah, it doesn't pan out. So it was kind of cool just being there in that venue and seeing all the people that have been there before and performing. In fact, if you go backstage, I'll give you a little sneak peek. Go backstage, and this is all the acts that have been there sign the walls. And I'm such an 80s hairband freak, I was like, oh. Of course, in their heyday, you got the 80s hair bands, and of course, times change and things get tough, and they have to get the smaller venues. Well, they kind of go to these kind of places too. And so this is where the 80s hair band places go to die, apparently. So I had fun just going through and look backstage and finding all the different bands I've signed there. And hey, I even found my Huey Lewis. So don't give me a bad time. I like my Huey. And then the stage itself was really cool. I mean, I'll give these guys credit for Arizona. They put definitely time and effort to have a nice show. And I mean show, with the music and just the stage production that they have and just the people they have, at the venue helping out with mics and all that kind of stuff. It ran very smooth. I'm sure things were chaotic as crap backstage, getting it all put together and having things flow. But from really the outside looking in, I think it flowed fantastically. It was a really well-ran show. Hopefully, it was enough value for everybody. Can't attest for the first day of what people got out of it, but hopefully, with what I was giving to the managers that were in the audience, hopefully, we got some value out of that. That's the whole point. I had a handful of you guys that pulled me aside, and I've been getting messages on and off this morning saying, hey, thanks a lot for the time and effort you put in, or telling me they got some value out of it. So that means a lot. That helps. But yeah, with speaking live, it's interesting. It's kind of funny. Like I was sitting at the brutally honest, I was sitting at the airport last night in Phoenix, flying home. Yeah, 'cause as soon as I was done, I was like, I'm gone. I was getting out of the airport, I'm going home. And I wasn't there to hang out. And yeah, it is a kind of been a homebody part of me, but I was sitting in the airport just going, I'm done. You know what I mean? It's like, it was great. I love being on the stage and talking with managers and doing that kind of value. Face to face is awesome. But there's a lot of with the travel time, with the downtime, and the hotel, and I don't know. I just get kind of like ran down, and I was sitting there thinking last night, I'm like, all right, I'm just going to do all this online. I'm already doing it online. I'm just going to keep that going. I don't need to go to the state shows and the national shows. I'll go to say hi, but I don't need to do this speaking. But then I wake up the next day refreshed as far as like my voice is still shot, but I feel good. And like, no, that was fun. Okay, let's do more. So it's a matter of perspective. I think that day I was just yesterday. I'm dead tired from going all day and being on. So later that night I was like, man, I'm done. You don't need to. No more talking. I'm doing all this virtually. And cause I make the argument as well. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm looking in the audience. I'm counting. I'm like, okay, maybe there's 100 people here right now that's definitely marketed towards, and this is a good message for. I'm not counting vendors and people that make up the audience. No, I'm not talking about them. People that are there for this kind of message. I'm like, okay, 100, cool. And then I started playing those mind games with myself as far as, okay, well, I'm putting out a podcast, and that's reaching 250 people within hours, and then after that week, it's about another 350, and after about a month, it's about 700, and it's like, okay, and I get it. It's just a different way of reaching people, and it's a total different energy from sometimes having me in your ears versus being there and talking to you on stage. So then, of course, that's why I do the video as well, kind of putting that layer on top of it. That's the next closest way to be personable to you as well. And I mean, it works. It's effective. I probably had, I don't know, a handful of people last couple of days come up to me that I didn't know. First time I met them, it was great, fantastic. But that was their words. Hey, I feel like I know you already. I've listened to you for a long time, watching it. That's cool. So it is effective doing what I'm doing this way. That, yeah, I mean, some people do feel like they know me. That's awesome. And it's a great way to get value to people that can't attend to the shows. I guess that kind of brings me to another point. A lot of people, I would say, for the conferences and that, it is time consuming. You got to take time off work, which is why I really commended everyone that had the managers there. That's a commitment, man, to be able to get your managers to go to conferences, because more often than not, that means you're closing up shop. Unless you have coverage you can do, fantastic. But more often than not, it's usually you're closing up shop that day to bring your manager to these things. And that's a commitment, time, money, energy. That's, awesome when that happens. So, I made sure I noted that fact, that they were there, because that means a lot. And for a lot of people that were there, that's fantastic. And it shows that they really value the education that's being put out there. Then I started thinking, man, a lot of people that really need this to really be there are the ones that aren't coming, are the ones that don't make the time. That's the ones that don't make it a priority. And they just kind of keep getting left behind little by little by little, of not keeping up with new technology, not keeping up with just what's really out there right now to help giving them the right tools to succeed and continue to build on where they're at and get better, not left behind. So I kind of play that in my mind as well. It's like the people that really need to be here are not the ones that are here. The ones that are there are the ones that are already on top of their game, quite frankly, and they're just trying to get better. They value that education. So that's, quite frankly, I'm going to bring it back to the summit, I guess, for a second. That's the motivation why I kind of just jumped in, like, hey, this is what I'm doing online, is really try to fill that niche a little bit as far as that need of those that just can't go. Hopefully they make it a priority. They value education and to go to these things, but they just logistically can't make it, and I get it. So, but this online summit, cool. Here you go. It's going to be there for you. I always forget to bring this graphic up. There we go. For the summit, so that way it's same material. It's not going to be same material. It's always different material, but a lot of it delivered, to you for those that just can't make it, to the conferences. They see the value. They know they want to be educated. They want to take action on some things that are being out there, but just logistically can't do those kind of things and travel and get to those places. Or maybe it's in a state where they do a state show once a year. It's just a couple speakers, and there's some things left on the table, quite frankly, of things that could have been given. That's just logistically can't happen. So hence, again, that's where the summit was born. The selfstoragesummit.com. Register. Go check it out. It's coming quick. I'm really thankful today I'm not doing any interviews and recording for that summit, because I don't know, my voice can't handle it, quite frankly. So speaking of that, I think I'm going to kind of wrap this one up. But anyway, I just want to give you a little behind the scenes of, take that off real quick. I'll leave it on. To give you a little behind the scenes of the Arizona show. Again, if you guys or anyone's watching, cool. Thank you very much for having me out. That was fun. It was one of those memories of really cool venue, cool people there, being able to get more of my message out that otherwise a lot of times I just kind of like skim the surface because I only got so much time. I got to hurry, feels like. So it's kind of nice to have it kind of marinate a little bit and take some time and get comfortable up there. Well, that was another thing. At first, I wasn't very comfortable when I first got on there. Take this off. First got on stage. Like the little monitors and things like that are on there to help you keep track of where you're at and time wise, and you're hitting the clicker and things like that. And I don't know, I was didn't think I was nervous. I guess when you get on stage at first, the lights go on, and like, I guess the nerves kick in for a second. I kept looking behind me as I was clicking the clicker. I kind of forgot there was a monitor right in front of me. I could see when I'm progressing through the slides. So probably looked down there for a minute, but I caught my groove after a while, hopefully. That's one of those things you gotta go through it once. I don't mind looking like an idiot, is to try something new, and hopefully it wasn't too noticeable for the first few minutes, but kind of caught my groove. And then, man, it seems like it was an hour and a half. First time I wasn't really quite looking at the monitor as the clock was ticking down, and man, it felt like 20 minutes. Really, it does. It's kind of funny how that happens. And then the second hour and a half was this same thing. You just start talking. You're like, oh my gosh, all right, I got to figure out how to squeeze this in here, and I have to move that around. I'm going to skip that part, and I had to rush through this because you're just seeing that clicker just going down. And it worked out. I mean, I got to all the material. It was like a minute and a half left. So like, cool, timed that right. I couldn't really rehearse a whole lot. Actually, I didn't rehearse at all. Doing this is kind of my rehearsal. For an hour and a half or 3-hour presentation, all said and done, no, there's no way I was going to be able to time it just right. Going through that much material, I just kind of adjusted on the fly. Hey, it worked out. So anyway, for those of you that were there watching, let's see if anyone's on live real quick. Oh, hey, what's up, cuz? All right, we're going to keep that going now. That's a thing now. Yeah, but it was fun. So like I said, kind of go back to, speaking and that, and it's, kind of pick and choose, I guess. At first, last night, I was like, I'm done. Now today, it's like, no, that was fun. Let's do it again. So I have a few other ones that are on my plate that I'm evaluating right now to do and actually say, yes, I will be there. So playing that by ear right now. I know people are going to probably start getting their speakers for next year, getting that all set up. So yeah, I'm just kind of taking it by case basis, but hopefully after this one here in Arizona, they get some good feedback that people got. That's the whole thing. It's all about value. I may not be the best presenter on stage, most charismatic, all that kind of crap. As long as I get the value, bring the value to managers that are out there, their operations and kind of give some tools that can help their business, cool, great. That's all that matters. But truly, I did have a lot of fun, giving it. Hopefully that comes across. It's, again, not quite sure how I know I feel inside. I'm not quite sure how it looks progressing, looking at me on stage. But no, I was having a blast up there. It was a lot of fun. So I would definitely do that one again. It was a good time. So I blabbed on long enough. My voice is shot, and let's get ready for the weekend here. I got some work to catch up on. So again, thanks for coming on live, guys. Again, I'll do this as much as I can at 9 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. I also make these turn into audio for a podcast as well, so people can check that out later on at their convenience. So again, thanks so much.
Thanks for supporting the show. I want to let you know that we've just opened up our brand new free private Facebook group. There I'll be having some extra special content not found anywhere else. If you really want your facility to be a success in today's market, then this is going to be the place for you. You can request to join us at selfstoragecommunity.com or search for Self Storage Domination Community on Facebook.